Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So, today's going to be a really good dinner, but it's mostly prep work. So I thought I'd bring you along with me and show you some of the things I'm going to prep. So the first thing is cucumbers. So what I'm going to do with the cucumbers is I'm going to slice them in little slices like this. Because the thicker that you chop them, the thicker the pieces are going to be that when you put them in the chopper. And I don't want real big pieces. So then I'm going to chop these. I should move this way a little bit. There we go. See here. Today is going to be so yummy. It's going to be amazing. And healthy. And I know somebody was laughing about these meals being healthy, but compared to what we normally do, I'd say they're a heck of a lot healthier. And if you look the recipes up, it is under healthy. So, alright, so I'm going to get those last two chopped up, and then I'll show you what I'm chopping up next. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is tomatoes. So I'm going to cut these in half. I can't wait till I can actually get tomatoes fresh out of my garden. That will be so much nicer. So much better. Alright, so we're going to chop those up. All my little bowls jumping out at me. Alright. So I'm going to get all these tomatoes done up, and then I'll be back with the next one. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is, I already did, you got to do some sliced red onion. And then I had to dice up 4 stalks of celery. And now I'm going to dice up the purple red onion, whatever you want to call it. Has anybody guessed what we're having yet? I'm prepping for 2 different dishes. So, if you haven't guessed yet, it could be because I'm throwing you off. And also, I had to cut up a bunch of olives in half. So, the stove is not hot, by the way. So, there's nothing going to hurt the bowls. And if you notice, I'm using my new unbreakable bowls. Aren't they pretty? I love them. Alright, so I'll be back with the next thing. Now the next thing is red grapes. We're going to cut a cup apiece for me and Jack. And we're going to put it in our measuring cup over here. Getting any ideas yet? So I'm going to cut all of these plus another cup of grapes, and then I'll be back. Alright, so the one recipe does not call for walnuts, but it's going to get walnuts. So I'm going to chop all these walnuts into really, really small pieces. And I'm making a mess on the floor. That's okay. I wanted to tell you guys I got a piece of mail over at my sister's, and I want to thank Sherlock Holmes. I haven't gotten the card yet because I haven't been out there and she hasn't been in here, but she sent me some lubricant for when I can, so she's like, can on. And I did get my tripod for the fire pit. We just have to make sure it'll fit over top of it before we get it all put together and everything. And I have to make sure, honestly, that I have a handle on that, on my pan. So I hope I do. If not, it might be a minute before you see that. But anyways, if you guys, I'm not going to share the P.O. box with my sister anymore because I've only gotten like 2 things over there, 3 things. And it just isn't worth the money that I spend every 3 months to be able to, you know, get stuff at that P.O. box. So if you guys do, and you don't have to, obviously, I don't care. But if you really do want to send me anything, just hit me up with an email and I will give you my address. So I don't think there's anyone out there set out to track me down or kill me or anything. And I know a lot of the YouTubers, if they trust you, they'll give you their address. So, all right, I'm going to chop that up, and then I got one more thing I've got to prep. All right, so the last thing is I've already done one package. Jack's is already done because it's the leftovers from yesterday. Now, a little over a year ago, I was gifted these already cooked chicken breast, and then I sucked the air out of them so that they'll last a long time. They look just as pretty the day as I put them in the bags. So I want to chop these into small pieces. This should be a dead giveaway of what we're going to have. But not the, we're going to do sandwiches and we're going to do an awesome salad. I cannot wait for both, actually. I think it's going to be yummy, yummy. So let me get all those cut up. And I've got some croissants to cut up. I just got a piece of hair in my mouth. And I'll go wash my hands, don't worry. And we'll get the croissants sliced in half. And then we'll be back. I was actually going to do pita bread. And I chickened out. I'm kind of just chicken because it's something new that I haven't done. And actually, one of you guys, you write to me all the time, and I said, I'm just going to do it on camera, but I don't edit. I don't know how. And so I wasn't feeling awful confident today. And I also want to let you guys know, if Jack and I cough today at all, we have got that haze really, really bad because we're in Michigan. We're right below Canada. Our air quality here is like 235, 244. It's very, very bad. So it's been making a lot of us cough and wheeze and stuff like that. And we've both been out and about shopping and stuff like that. So if you hear us wheezing or coughing today, please bear with us. We're not trying to be sick all over the food or anything like that. But yeah, the air quality here is really, really bad today. Well, it has been all week, but it's real bad today. So I will get this finished up, get the croissants cut in half, and then I'll get Jack over here and we'll start putting stuff together. All right, so we're going to do the salad first because that's what's taking up most of the counter space. But we have to make a dressing for it. So we're going to do a half a cup of olive oil. And I will take a half a cup. Nice. We had to open up a new container of olive oil. We go through a lot of it, don't we, Jack?
Yeah.
And then we need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Unless we can find another one. I need to order another one. Alrighty. Then we need 2 teaspoons of oregano. It's been a minute since I opened that one, obviously. Oh, it might be nice if I told you what we're having. We're having Greek cucumber salad. Then we're having 2 teaspoons of pure maple syrup. You didn't want me to drizzle that all over the floor, Jack?
No.
Why not?
Oh, it's already a mess.
You take all the fun out of life. Alrighty. Then we need, now it's all over my bib here. We need 2 cloves of garlic, which I have no idea what it is, so a big tablespoon, that's good. And then we need some salt and pepper. It says half teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna guesstimate. Salt jack. And pepper. And we're gonna mix that together. Looks yummy and smells yummy already. Got my little whiskey thing here. I'll let Jack whisk that up and then we'll get started on the salad. That looks good. You know what we forgot to get down with spoons, Jack.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so now for the salad, we need 2 cucumbers. And we need 4 tomatoes. We need a 1/2 cup. And my recipe just fell. A 1/2 cup of black olives, drained and cut in half. And then we want to take this and pour it over top.
And when is the strawberries coming?
Strawberries?
Or...
Not yet.
Oh.
Jack's like, where's the strawberries? And I go, what strawberries? I don't know what you're talking about. And I wanted to do the salad first so that it can kind of set up and get cold a little bit. Because we all know that tastes better when it's cold. Alright, now we need a 1/2 cup of crumbled feta. Now what you want to do when you've got that all stirred up, Jack, take this feta out of the package and kind of crumble it even more. Because some of the pieces are quite big. Now if you don't want cheese on it, you want it to be healthier and you don't want any cheese, don't add it. And then you just sprinkle that on the top of your salad. Alrighty. So there is our Greek cucumber salad. So we're going to get this stuff cleaned up and we'll be back to set up the next thing. Alright, so now we're going to make chicken salad. And we're going to make the dressing for it beforehand. Now, if it's not enough mayo, then we're going to add some. And we're not against doing that. So we need a tablespoon of lemon juice, and we have a 1/2 cup of Miracle Whip. And we need a tablespoon of lemon juice. And of course, all the recipes will be below. I try to remember doing that. Usually I'm pretty good about it. Alright. And then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And again, I'm just going to guesstimate. And we need a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And we also need a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And by the way, I forgot to put the onions in the salad. So I will be adding those, and I'll send that home with Jack as well. So we need a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And we need a 1/2 teaspoon. Did you put my onion powder back? You did, didn't you? I need onion powder. And I've got some dehydrated. I need to get more made up because we are getting to the end of this one. Now you can have it back, Jack.
Okay. Up, down.
All right, so now we're going to mix that together. To me, it just doesn't seem like that's going to cover all the chicken salad. That's why I say we may add more Miracle Whip. But somebody said, and then the directions does too, mix up the dressing first. So we're going to do that. All right. So now in this bowl, we have our cut up chicken, and we're going to use a cup of the grapes. See, Jack, now you can use your grapes.
Okay.
Or your strawberries, what you thought it was, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to use a 1/2 small red onion. And we're going to do 2 stalks of celery. And remember how I said I think walnuts should be part of it? We're adding walnuts to it. Jack. You got the hiccups, Jack?
Yeah.
And then we're going to put that dressing in there. And let's see if it really does cover it all. If not, we'll add more. Because I don't like my food real dry. I'll be honest with you, I don't. That's something me and my sister have in common. I don't know where we got that from, but I don't like real dry food. First of all, it's hard to swallow. You know what, believe it or not, that 1/2 cup might be speeding up, Jack. I'm going to add just another spoonful to mine. Do you want more?
Sure.
You know what, believe it or not, we've already went through more than half of that gallon
Wow.
of Miracle Whip. But it wasn't $10.45 for the 1/2 gallon. I could not believe that when it was just for the 32 ouncer, you guys. I about flipped out. And then, you know what's really funny? Tom spent all that money, and I looked up in my corner cabinet, and I have a jar of it. But shh, don't tell Tom. He'll be like, we spent all that money for nothing? Yeah, pretty much, honey. Alrighty. So let's clean up this mess, and then we'll be back to put it together. Alrighty, so we have our sandwiches. This is what I packed Tom's lunch in, so I'm going to pack his right now. And I actually know it sounds stupid, but I put extra on there so that when it falls apart, he has a nice couple spoonfuls that he can just eat. So there's his lunch for tomorrow. Then, of course, we'll have salad, too. And his parfait. And his junk food. The bad thing about these are they are messy. But that's alright. That's what makes them so yummy. Well, if we got more after we get done, we can make up more sandwiches, Jack.
Alright.
Alright. So we're going to put those tops back on them. I got quite a bit left on mine, actually. Alright, you want to take a small taste test, Jack?
Sure.
Since you didn't yesterday. Alrighty. Mmm. Mmm.
That's awesome.
That's really good. Mmm. You got the chicken. You got the, you can taste the celery, you can taste the nuts. I like that dressing. What do you think?
Yeah.
And then, I think everything tastes really good together. So Tom should be home in about 45 minutes to an hour. And then we'll come back and let him do a taste test. You say bye?
Bye.
We'll be back, guys. Alright, so there is Tom's chicken salad. And look at that salad. What you trying first, Tom?
I'll try the sandwich first.
How's that taste?
2-bite rule.
Is that what that is? What do you think? Is it good?
Real good.
And this is a Greek salad. With homemade dressing and everything.
This is really good.
You like it?
They're really, really good. Could eat that whole bowl.
Good thing I got a good big bowl for you for lunch tomorrow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So is the chicken salad just good, or is it really, really good too?
It's really good.
Okay, great.
Hey! You doing that?
Alrighty, well, you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.